Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another channel. We finally have another ball review. This is going to be about the 900 Global Zen Soul. We're going to be comparing it up to the Phaze 3. Obviously, this Zen Soul is fresh. I have not even thrown a ball with this Zen Soul. Phaze 3 is relatively fresh. I did just resurface it. It does not have a game on it after being resurfaced. So, reason I am going to compare the Zen Soul with the Phaze 3, both are fairly similar. They both have fairly similar numbers. I believe the Phaze 3 is 249. I think it's 249,251. Zen Soul would be 248,051. They could have been interchangeably. I don't exactly remember. Point being, they're very, very similar, very, very close. As always, Firehouse07 is the promo code you want to enter to give yourself 20% off of your order off of Logo Infusion and I Am Bowling. They make jerseys such as the one that you see here, t-shirts, pullovers. They have a wide array of apparel, and I'm sure you'll find something you like out there. All right, without further ado, let's go hit the lanes. You guys stay tuned.
Alright, so let's start out by looking at the layout here for the Zen Soul. I did something a little different. I did this ball with the VLS Layout System, which gave me a 4x4x2. I was looking for something a little bit more aggressive. Down below you can see what that equates to in the dual angle layout system. Now we move to the lanes. I'm doing something a little different here as well. I'm going to show all my shots, except for the really, really bad ones where I have poor mechanics, in which I might throw it in the gutter, but you never know because I deleted those shots. So, we are throwing the Zen Soul here. I'm standing in my normal spot, which is 25. This ball has pretty good room. As you saw there, I probably missed in about 2 boards. My target is 15, as you see there. However, that one I missed in, but if I miss in, it still has enough recovery, probably because it's rolling fairly early. When I get it out, it has really good pop off that back end, off that friction outside, and really can recover back. So again, I really do like the look of this ball from in. I like the look of this ball from out. As far as missing wise, you'll see in a little bit how this ball performs when I move my feet left. But again, I really do like the look of this ball. I like the way this ball gets through the pins from this range of throwing the ball as well. There you can see a 4-pin. It just kind of hooked in a little bit. So I just sped the ball up here a little bit more, and that ball looks pretty good, again, from that 25 range as far as my feet. This is going to be the last shot here, then we're going to jump into Phaze 3. Phaze 3 definitely rolls a little bit different than this Zen Soul. You can see the Phaze 3 is a little later, a little sharper off the back end. Probably a little bit more overall hook when it comes to the down lane portion. I would say the Zen Soul probably hooks maybe a board or two more. I would maybe move a board right off of this Phaze 3. But again, still does look fairly good. Again, a lot stronger in terms of down lane. I think that Zen Soul definitely rolls a little earlier. Probably also has something to do with the Phaze 3 being a 1500 grit polish rather than, that's a sick 4-pin, and I knew it. Definitely probably has something to do with the cleaner surface on the Phaze 3 as well. Alright, let's now look as we jump in. I'm going to move my feet 5 boards left. Let's jump into kind of the particulars of these balls. So the Phaze 3 has the R3S hybrid cover stock. Zen Soul has the S77 surface hybrid. Those is, in terms of aggressiveness or strength, the S77 cover is actually one of the more aggressive surfaces, but 900 Global only really has 4 surfaces that they use, so this is second of 4 in terms of strength. R3S cover with the Phaze 3 is kind of mid-tier as far as strength for them. We have the 1500 grit polished, as I mentioned, on the Phaze 3, 4000 grit on the Zen Soul. Both balls are 2 parts pearl to 1 part solid, which is what makes them the hybrid Phaze 3, we have a 248 RG and an 051 diff. Zen Soul, we have a 249 RG, 051 diff. I'm not sure if I got that right in the intro. But they're both fairly close. And like I said, core for the Phaze 3 is sort of mid-tier as well. The core is moderate in terms of strength for the Zen Soul. I think there's only like 7 or 8 cores that 900 Global has, and this one is like 4th or something like that. So it's fairly mid. But both in terms of strength, you know, I would say they're fairly similar. Again, like I said before, like I kind of keep mentioning here, those balls are very, very close in terms of, you know, strength, and I'm able to play sort of the same parts of the lanes. And you're going to be able to see that here. I'm not sure if you guys noticed the entry angle when it came to the Zen Soul as well. I was able to carry a lot of those kind of half pocket hits. That's something I don't really do too much, is send messengers, and that's because, you know, I would say I like my entry angle to be through the pins rather than kind of on the side and let kind of lady luck kind of interpret how I score. I like to make sure my ball reaction is through the pins, kind of splitting the 8 and the 9, but that ball reaction with the Zen Soul kind of hitting half pocket, I did really kind of like that motion. And you can kind of see a little bit here that Phaze 3 just doesn't quite want to tip up, and that's, again, it could go back to the layout, it could go back to the 1500 surface on that. But now we're going to move in with the Zen Soul here. Excuse me. And, you know, I would say from in, I don't think the lanes maybe transitioned as much as I was as much as I would want to see if I was playing this inside with, you know, something like this, or even anything. I think if I were to move in like this, I would probably switch to, obviously, something a little bit stronger, like a Gem or a Nova or something like that, to help kind of I just need a bigger engine, I feel like. You know, kind of early the Zen Soul was looking good, but then kind of once we get to the latter part of, you know, throwing the Zen Soul in here, we kind of get a little wet dry, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like I said, if I were to see it there, you can see, was it slow? Maybe. I think this is that's a flat 10, so now we kind of get to the sort of wet dry portion of, you know, throwing this Zen Soul. Like I said, if I were to be playing in here, if I were to be seeing this ball reaction, I would probably switch to like a Gem or a Nova or something probably a little stronger, maybe even a Honey Badger Intensity or something like that. But was the Zen Soul horrible from in here? No, I think I could probably make it work. But again, probably not the first ball choice. However, I probably would choose the Zen Soul over the Phaze 3 coming up here in a couple shots. You'll be able to see that the Zen Soul probably was definitely a little bit better than the Phaze 3. Again, this Phaze 3, I think, you know, just from this 1500 surface, you know, should I maybe put like a 4000 surface on this? Yep, maybe. But again, I think each ball has kind of a different, unique shape as far as, you know, rather than, you know, just kind of having the same ball, and obviously they're drilled to kind of do different things. But again, I think these balls were very fair to compare in these shots here. They're very, very similar in terms of numbers. I think if 900 Global were to have more cores and more services, they would probably align. But these are the lane shots for the Zen Soul.
Alrighty, friends. So you saw the two balls roll down the lane. Were they the same? No, and it probably has something to do with the wildly different layouts that I have on each ball. The Phaze 3 has my pin down layout. Zen Soul has a new layout that I'm trying, which is a 4x4x2. So again, they're definitely going to be different, but were they comparable? I would say they were actually fairly close. I was able to play the same parts of the lane with them with fairly similar ball reaction. Obviously, this one was a little later, a little smoother throughout the entire lane until we got to the back end with that pop obviously being the pearl ball. But again, they were fairly comparable. I was able to play the same parts of the lane with them. Now, make sure you guys comment down below. Are you guys excited for the Zen Soul? Are you going to get a Zen Soul when it comes out? Let me know out in the comments down below, because personally, I'm a big fan of this Zen Soul. Rolls very well. It has great down lane pop, even though I haven't drilled it up to kind of roll a little earlier. It has great down lane pop, and it goes through the pins very, very well. I was very surprised by my pin carry. Pin carry was absolutely fantastic. So that being said, the Zen Soul is definitely going to be making the bag. I'm not sure which bag it's going to be making, but it's definitely going to make one. One negative that I have about the Zen Soul, and this might have something to do with the 4000 surface, not exactly sure, but this ball does soak up a lot of oil. I kind of noticed it. I'll put a picture up on the screen here. I noticed, after maybe about 20-25 minutes, my hand was getting very, very black from wiping the ball off. So that kind of tells me that it's definitely soaking up a lot of oil. Kind of the engravings on the ball, the 900 Global, the Zen Soul kind of engraving are all getting a fair amount of black in them. So it does soak up a lot of oil, so you're going to have to make sure that you keep this ball clean. However, if you stay on a regular ball maintenance schedule, clean your ball after every series that you throw, get it maintained by your local pro shop operator, you really should not have a problem with it. I didn't really notice any sort of, downgrade in ball reaction. The more games I threw with it, you just got to make sure you clean it to keep up, to make sure this ball lasts you for as long as you want it to last. That being said, that's all I got for the Zen Soul. What is next? I'm going to do something new on my channel that, we're going to kind of review the next ball that's going to be coming out. Or if there's nothing announced, I'm going to make a prediction. So that being said, right now there's nothing announced for SPI across the 3 brands about what ball is going to come next. So I'm going to take a guess. Now, because of all of the quote-unquote restrictions that have been on Pro Balls with, Storm Roto 900 Global, I'm going to guess that we're going to see kind of a resurgence of Pro materials. Now, they obviously do have the 4K, 4K fast surface that they're going to put on all their balls now. So basically nothing is going to come with a factory finish polish on it. It's all going to come kind of at the, now this is 4000 grit, so it's going to be different, but it's going to come with a 4000 surface on it. But again, I'm sure there's a couple people that want to see some Pro Balls introduced into the SPI brands. So my guess is, because we have the Nova, my guess is that we're going to see a Storm Nova Pearl, or we're going to see a Rotogrip Idol because of the huge success of the Idol Helios. I think we're going to see some version of a Pearl Idol coming back out. So those are my 2 predictions for the 2 remaining brands, Storm and Rotogrip. We're going to see a Nova Pearl, and we're going to see a Roto Idol Pearl variant. Now again, this is purely speculation on my part. I have not received any word from the HQ as to what's coming next from Roto or from SPI after this 900 Global Ball. So again, this is all purely speculation. Comment down below what you think or what you would like to see released from the SPI family down below in the comments down below. Again, huge thank you to Storm, Rotogrip, 900 Global. They're a huge part of what I'm able to do, and they're the reason I'm able to bring content to you guys. Also, a huge thank you to I Am Bowling. They supply me with the jersey that you see here. This is part of their USA family. They have hundreds of jerseys, t-shirts, just hundreds and hundreds of apparel options to choose from. So head on over to I Am Bowling or logoinfusion.com. Use my promo code FIREOut07. You can use that at checkout. Save yourself 20% off of your entire order. Shout out to Boardbox. I was able to use them throughout the entire video. I think it really helps sort of the where you're able to see me throw the ball. So with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Until the next time, good luck and good bowling.